Welcome to another episode of Shockana Toy Reviews. One blurry camera, two idiots, and a review. Tonight we are reviewing Marvel Legends. What were we told he was called?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man? Anyway, Toei Spider-Man from the 70s TV show.
Japanese.
Or Japanese Spider-Man.
Yep.
So for those of you who don't know, around the same time as the live-action Nicholas Hammond Spider-Man show, there was a Japanese Spider-Man TV show where he had a giant robot.
Yep.
And Hasbro said, hey, we're going to make a toy of that. And I said, here's my money. And here he is.
Here he is. He looks great.
I think he does look great. I want to show off this noggin because it is very much unlike other Spider-Man sculpts.
It's not smooth.
A guy wearing a mask.
Yeah, you can see it better on the box art. All of the folds in there. It's sculpted. Like, it's in there.
So yes, there are all kinds of wrinkles up in his forehead. There are wrinkles in his shoulder area. There are wrinkles along the edge of his wrists. There are more subtle wrinkles around his groin area. There are more wrinkles around his knees and on his feet. And oh, by the way, he is not wearing Peter Parker shoes.
I do like the white bottoms of his feet.
Yes. And he comes with his wrist communicator, which he uses to call his robot and such. I have never actually seen the show. I've only ever seen clips.
I've seen clips as well.
So I don't know much about it. And I know somehow, somewhere, it translates somehow to Emissary of Hell.
What?
Like, I think, and hopefully someone can correct me, but like, whatever thing he works for or works in conjunction with translates to Emissary of Hell.
That's weird.
And of course they're not going to put that on a box.
No, but
as soon as we put them, like, hey, we can order this, half the Graham Cracker crew at Graham Cracker Comics went, Emissary of Hell! I was like, what?
Interesting.
So here he is. And he has a giant back spider. And I also love the fact that, like, just like in the show and like a real costume, his webbing doesn't line up correctly around his neck.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah. So, I love it.
He has slightly less articulation than other recent Spider-Man.
Yes, he does not have the awesome butterfly joints, nor does he have boot swivel.
But he is pinless, so this is new.
Yes. And what is weird is that you can feel in spots the edge of the boot.
Huh.
But yes. And he has new relaxed spider hands that no other Spider-Man but him has.
That's a good relaxed hand sculpt.
Yeah. And it's because he does a lot of, well, spider hand poses in the show.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great. And we can't see it until we bring on a regular Spider-Man. But, like, he is bright red.
Yes.
And bright blue.
Yep.
Like, he is not your muted colors at all. He is bright and shiny. And I like it. I like it a lot. I'm very happy with him.
I like it better than I expected to.
I'll save it for final thoughts. You can also see, like, in the back of his knees, it's got some sculpted wrinkles from his and on the back of where it is a guy in a costume as opposed to a guy, like a drawing of a naked guy with painted on costume.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's a guy in a costume, not a drawing of a guy in a costume.
There you go. Exactly. This guy should go with your Marvel MCU figures, not your comic figures.
Eat that, Tom Holland.
Yeah. And I think just now on camera, you heard it here first, Shockana fans, that is where I'm going to put him. I hadn't decided where I was going to store him. I was thinking maybe to put him on my Transformers shelf.
Oh,
next to the big giant robots, but we'll see. We'll see. And the joints he does have fantastic range, so he is articulated. He just doesn't have those super butterfly, and he does, get crouched over, and he can crouch back, and he can look up just as well as any other Spider-Man.
There's something with his abs too, right? Oh, he doesn't have the teapot. So that is just a straight forward and back. He doesn't have the sort of ball joint in the mid torso.
Correct.
Otherwise, it's fairly standard.
Yep.
Marvel Legends articulation.
Yep, for sure. And as with all Marvel Legends, he comes with some stuff. Almost all, I should say.
Not Speedball.
Yeah. So he has 2 relaxed hands, and then he has 2 punching hands. I vaguely think that he does very little wall crawling, so I don't know if he ever needed wall crawling hands, because he mostly just punches and swings and shoots webs and then calls a giant robot.
I don't know that they had a wall crawling budget in the 70s.
Yeah. So only those 2 hands, and then he comes with a many time use, super long jet ski web that he can't hold but can wrap around his hand.
This is the Miles web line that I was just talking about. Yep. So he can stand in the stirrup.
Yep. And you can wrap that around nothing and it won't hold, and yeah.
Well, yes, there's that.
But you do get a web, and it is bent and packaged, which is why it's like this. But that's all right. And then what he does come with are these 2 fantastic little web splots. Webs? Webs? I don't know what.
They look great.
I think they're cool. They're awesome. Because he does shoot spider web and like.
Yeah, but they don't attach to anything. There was one of the gaming Spider-Men came with a chest web and I think web head.
Yeah.
With that, I think more Spider-Man figures should come with. I don't know what to do with these, even though they look great.
So, there you go. Spider web. Ninja action.
Web shooting action.
Yeah. So, that's what he comes with. Not a lot, but the main thing he needs to have is this, and if he's not coming with the robot.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking at you, HasLab Japan. And you haven't figured out all our heads are off the camera. If he stands up straight, he is 6-inch Marvel Legends.
Standard.
Yep.
Final thoughts. I'm really happy that we're living in an era of pinless Spider-Man. That I don't have to complain about pins being the wrong color, either blue or red. I just want to make a general statement about that. Because he does look great. I had no intention, I still have no intention of getting this figure, but he is pretty great. Since neither of us watched the show, I don't know if an unmasked head would have been appropriate, but he at least comes with fists and some nice looking webs.
I'm pretty sure he always wears the mask when he's Spider-Man, and he has a completely different...
Just a civilian outfit?
Yes.
That would make sense.
And he turns into Spider-Man.
In a phone booth or spinning around?
Something like that.
Spider Protector!
So I think he comes with everything that he should except for a giant robot, which is understandable.
Yes.
And I'm going to give him, I think, 4 hammers. Maybe I'm just in a good mood. I'm giving him 4 hammers. It's a very 4 day for me.
I'm going to give him 4.5 hammers because I think he looks great. I think he's not going to come with a giant robot, so that's just off the block. So the accessories work fine. The hands, I love the hands. He would be a 5 if he had the articulation they have spoiled me with. Because every other Marvel Legends now has butterfly wings.
I don't understand why they didn't give him the teapot torso.
And the boot swivel.
Boot swivel, yeah.
So I love this figure. I'm super happy. I'm glad he's super great. What this gives me minimal hope for is that I will finally get a Nicholas Hammond accurate Marvel Legends Spider-Man. And if I get that toy, I'm just going to quit. That's it. That is the end game. I can't imagine them giving me a toy past that would make me as happy as that toy. And if you took this body and just give me his different web shooters and a Nicholas Hammond accurate head and the slightly different Spider-Man, okay. You could paint his boots to make it look like he's got Spider-Man pants going into Spider-Man boots. Fine.
I think this is more well known.
How dare you? How dare you? Anyway, I think he's awesome. 4.5. I'm so happy they made this toy. We are both living in the golden age of toys and the worst age of toys at the same time. The amount of the good stuff that we are getting is amazing, but all the other bullshit is like the worst it has ever been in toy collecting. Like, the other reason he gets knocked down is because he's got fucking Spider-Man tax. It costs more just because he's Spider-Man.
Oh.
So, fuck that. But yeah, like, never in a million years, even up until when the day before, the minute before they announced him, they said, hey, we're going to do the Japanese TV show Spider-Man. I'm like, fuck no. That'll never happen. Are you insane? Japanese Spider-Man? And here he is, fucking on our display, in our review. Even Wilson's smiling.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
See? Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Toast is in a good mood. Let's all get laid tonight. Woohoo!
Yeah, boy.